This is Kwabena. Every morning, Accra wakes up fast. Kwabena doesn't, not because he's lazy, but because reality hits before motivation. Traffic is already heavy, his shirt is already creased, and his mind is already counting money that hasn't finished coming. Same building, same desk, same silence. Kwabena works quietly. While others talk about effort, he practices it. Lunch comes. He eats alone. Not scrolling, just thinking. Because numbers don't care how hard you try.
You're incompetent! I'm gonna sack you right now if you don't shape up!
By evening, the office empties. Lights go off, people go home. Kwabena stays a little longer, not chasing success, just avoiding failure. When he finally leaves, there's no applause, just the city lights and another day survived. Tomorrow, he'll do it again.
Because quitting doesn't pay bills.
Yesterday was hard. Today feels impossible. Kwabena wakes up earlier, leaves later, and still, it never feels like enough. Traffic crushes around him.
This traffic is unbelievable. We're never going to get through this.
He walks through it all, shoulder heavy, mind racing. The office doors open, same desk, same papers. Only now the pile feels taller, deadlines closer, expectations louder. His boss points, colleagues pass. Nobody notices the weight on his shoulders.
Can you give me a moment? I understand your concerns, but let me explain our approach and how we can address this issue effectively.
Lunch waits, but he doesn't stop. He stares at numbers, bills, messages from mama, and wonders if it will ever add up. By evening, the office empties, lights flick off, but Kwabena stays. Not for ambition, not for pride. He stays because giving up isn't an option. Tomorrow is coming, and it's already demanding more. Something feels different today. Kwabena wakes up tired, not in his body, in his mind. The traffic is louder. The air feels heavier. Even the morning light feels cold. At work, the pressure doesn't wait. Deadlines stack. Voices rise. Mistakes feel louder than effort. His hands shake. His thoughts drift. His phone buzzes. Mama needs help. Bills don't pause. Life doesn't slow down. He tries to focus, and for the first time, he feels himself slipping. A small error. A sharp look from the boss. A long silence. Something cracks. Kwabena stares at his screen, heart racing, chest tight, not because he failed, but because he realizes he can't keep pretending he's okay. By evening, he leaves work early. Not defeated, not fired, just empty. And as the city moves around him, Kwabena understands something dangerous. If nothing changes, he might break. Not every battle looks like pain. Some look like silence. That's how Efya finds Kwabena, quiet, tired, trying not to fall apart in public. She doesn't interrupt his life. She steps into it gently. They talk about small things, useless things, the kind of things that remind you you're still human. And somehow, the weight lifts. With Efya, Kwabena doesn't have to explain himself, doesn't have to be strong, doesn't have to pretend. She listens, and that's enough. For a moment, the job disappears. The pressure fades. The city slows down. Efya isn't fixing his life.
You know, I've always felt there's something special between us.
She's reminding him that life is still worth fixing. And for the first time in a long time, Kwabena smiles. Everybody has that one friend, the one who hears your problems and says, "Hey, life no easy ooh," then laughs anyway.
Ah, look at you, my friend. You haven't changed at all.
It's true, though. You remember that day?
He said the yam was fresh from the farm, but I saw him pull it straight from the back of his Benz.
Ah, Massa, you lie too much.
That's Qweku. Kwabena starts explaining life. Work stress, money wahala, adulting.
I'm just not sure what the next step is.
Qweku listens, nods, then says,
The truth is, man, you already know the answer. You just have to be honest with yourself about it.
Bro, relax. If stress could pay rent, we'd all be rich. They laugh. Qweku doesn't sugarcoat anything. He says what everyone is thinking. That money runs the world. That hard work is important, but connections too. Then he looks at Kwabena and says, but make you no kill yourself inside. For the first time in days, Kwabena laughs for real. Not because life is sordid, but because somebody understands. And sometimes, one good laugh with the right friend is enough to reset your whole mind. For the first time in a long while, things almost work. Kwabena wakes up before the alarm, checks his phone, replies the email he's been avoiding. He shows up early. Not perfect, just present. His boss looks at him, nods, and just like that, the pressure loosens.
Been reviewing the quarterly reports, and I think we need to adjust our strategy moving forward. I agree. Let's discuss the potential impacts and how we can realign our goals.
Small. Money is still tight. Life is still noisy, but hope starts whispering, maybe you're not failing. Maybe you're just early. That night, he smiles at his phone. No big win, no miracle, just that quiet feeling that says something might change. Mama calls. Kwabena almost doesn't answer, but he does. She doesn't ask about work. She asks if he's eaten. She talks about home, about bills, about how things are getting expensive. Then she pauses and says,
My dear Kwabena, do not worry so much. Take life easy, my son. Everything will be fine.
Stay strong.
That one sentence hits harder than any advice. She reminds him who he is, where he comes from, and why giving up is not an option. After the call, Kwabena sits quietly. Life is still hard, but his back feels stronger, because when Mama believes in you, you don't really feel alone. Kwabena thought things were finally getting better. Not perfect, but steady. Then Efya called. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't cry. She just said,
Kwabena, I'm tired of struggling. I want comfort and security and a softer life. I have met someone who is giving me all these.
Kwabena wanted to argue, to beg, to promise her the future. But deep down, he understood. Sometimes love is not enough. Sometimes effort is not enough. Sometimes trying is not enough. Efya said goodbye, and just like that, Kwabena was alone again. Not because he didn't try, but because reality doesn't wait for dreams.